to the Northumberland Festival of the Arts. In this series, Northumberland Art Lovers, we talk with individual artists, leaders of arts groups, civic leaders, and other arts lovers around our county. Today, we invite you to join Donna Wootton in conversation with Montse Alvarado, a photographer and a member of the Northumberland Hispanic Cultural Club. We hope you enjoy it.
Well, hello, I'm Donna Wootton, and I'm here to interview for the Northumberland Festival of the Arts, which is going to host a festival in 2022 at the end of September, beginning of October. And we have with us today Montse Alvarado. I did once try to learn Spanish, Montse, but you know it's hard to pick up a new language. But it's quite an honor to have you, and I understand that you are quite a good supporter of the arts in our area.
I am. I think that's a really good expression of who we are, not only in Trent Hills, but also Northumberland County.
Yes, and here we are in Northumberland County, which is beautiful, a very beautiful place. And you are a member of the Northumberland Hispanic Cultural Club, I understand.
Correct, yes.
Can you tell us a bit about it?
Well, this is a Hispanic group, so there's a lot of different nationalities from South America. A lot of people think that Hispanic is just maybe Spanish, but we have got people from South America, from Colombia, from Venezuela, from all over the place who speak Spanish, like Hispanic speaking language. And that group is pretty neat, especially for the people that are landed immigrants like myself, because we get to share in not only what we have brought over from our country to give to Canada, but also how we have learned to be Canadians. So I think that group is a really neat connection between where we come from and where we are. So it's a really neat group. I love it.
Yes, I looked on the website, and I understand you've had a diversity festival that's going on right now. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, talk about arts, right? This festival, it's a little bit of COVID put a big dent on this physical festival where you could actually see the dancers performing live for you. So now Emilio, which is a fantastic representative not only for the Hispanic Cultural Club, but also for Northumberland County. He has combined the efforts of these two places, of these forces, to create a virtual festival. But what I have found out in the many years that I've been involved into these groups is that the variety and the quality of art and dancers and musicians that we have in Northumberland County is just incredible. You have no idea how much there is, and this is an opportunity to realize how rich we are when it comes to cultural and arts in our area.
Yes, a great diversity, as the word says, which is part of your title. And so it's a diversity not only of culture, but a diversity of many of art forms, of the art.
Correct.
Yes.
Photographers, musicians, dancers, sculptures, you name it, we have it.
Good. So can you tell us, what do you see your role as when you get involved in the arts with this group, or just generally?
With everything. I am a photographer. Okay. So to me,
that.
Everything is a good picture. So when it comes to musicians being able to record and take pictures, them and their instruments, or the dancers and the dresses just flowing, or it's like anything that you mentioned has got a little bit of photography potential in there. Mm-hmm. So as a photographer, I want to be everywhere. When we were doing the Northumberland Diversity Festival, I was asked to come over and take photography. And there was this wonderful kid, he's from Coburg, incredibly talented. A Full Frame is called his company, sorry for the plug, but he's incredible. He's local, and he was doing the filming for the Diversity Festival. And I was asked to come over and take the pictures because they're doing the filming. And I'm telling you, they have like the lights and everything else. So to me, this was like a big sin that I had. Like, I don't have a studio because I like to do natural pictures. I'm a casual photographer.
Mhm.
So when I saw them setting up with fog and lights and everything, I was like, whoa, this is good. I like it. But I don't have to go through the expenses, right? Somebody else does the expenses. And then I just take the pictures. So I like that.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
So do you, so you haven't had like a showing of your own work, or have you?
You know what? I showcase all my stuff in Facebook all the time. My business is called Beautiful Images by Montserrat. And I find so much freedom in putting it on Facebook. And I've been asked several times to do a showing. But to be honest with you, I like all my pictures so much that I don't know what to pick. So I would need a curator to come over and go through tons of terabytes of pictures to say what they want to see. I mean, to me, Facebook is so instantaneous. It gets to so many people. It opens the doors to so many possibilities. So I've been doing that instead of doing like the showcasing. I have had my pictures exhibited within Northumberland Cultural, the Hispanic Cultural Club. And it's nice, but I have so much more to offer, do it digitally.
Well, speaking of NFOTA, the Northumberland Festival of the Arts, that is an opportunity for people like you to showcase your work. So maybe it's time that we arrange something that we can get a curator and get your works exhibited as part of our festival.
I'd be
Nice.
super delighted because I have a hard time making a decision. I really do. So I have got, because again, I have so many photography. So I have got macros and I have got landscapes and I have got portraits and I have got, you know what I mean? So I guess they would have to say, okay, we need this specific thing. So then I can get you a whole bunch of stuff of that specific thing.
Yes,
but I would love that.
Yeah, because you would bring the diversity face to it, right? You would,
yes,
the diversity of your Hispanic community and the diversity of all the arts that they're engaged in.
Yes,
That
yes.
would be a nice goal, wouldn't it, to have you do that?
I would love that. And you know what? Like I have got the stuff that I've taken and I'm always willing to take more. So if there's an opportunity for, to probably do the behind the scenes of the filming of the films,
Yes,
then I can do that too.
yes, yes. Well, I think then we would have your personal support for the Northumberland Festival of the Arts, as well as having an opportunity for you to showcase. It's a, it is an opportunity for us to expose the community to what our wider community is. That's really what we're looking at. And we're very keen to see the
nice
diversity. Yes. Yeah. So
wow.
yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are so many different, as you say, different types of artists, and it's nice to see that the diversity of the Spanish community, the Hispanic community, is also parallels and mirrors our Northumberland community, which is an amazing artistic community.
Yes, and you know what? It's not only music and photography and dances. There's like food, so much. I love food too, by the way.
Yes.
Can you tell? But that kind of stuff, like there is really, I think I really personally call Northumberland the cornucopia of Ontario, because we really have a little bit of everything and good.
Yes.
Good. We have got like this True Saffron. It's in Warkworth, that a company that sends to the world. Yes. We also have got Central and Maine chocolate. She's phenomenal, selling her world-class chocolates to everybody and to us. And so there goes, like there's so much really. I'm so thrilled to live in this community, in this area. I'm lucky, very lucky.
That's a wonderful word, cornucopia. That's a good word to use, I think, for especially as you say for the food. It's exciting how much local food is becoming available. I mean, we are trying to be more local,
Yes.
especially around food production, and there has been so many expertise being produced here. So
Yes, unique worldwide.
yeah,
That's the thing.
we should be showcasing that as well. Because you're right.
I'll take the pictures and then you can showcase them.
Yes, food pictures are a go.
Yes, there's but there's a variety of things. Like seriously, I think that we have got so much of everything. The problem is not everybody knows. And these festivals are such a gift to whomever has an opportunity to see them. So I am thrilled to be able to take a picture and show it to my audience, because I have a fairly big audience in my Facebook. And then if there is shared by my audience, then more people see it, and people who see that share it again. So that's why my Facebook platform is to me as good as having an exhibit, right? I find that an exhibit sometimes is limited to who can pay for the admission, who can come in. This is free to anybody who wants to see it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And that is the way that we are going to get known, is through these different artists and their own Facebook social networks, different social networks.
Yes, that's the way to go, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Digital world, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to, we often end our interviews by just asking kind of a specific question. Something like, what does inspire you?
Anything visual, everything inspires me. The sunsets, the sunrises, the people dancing, people happy, the little bugs. You know what? I'm really inspired by everything. I'm a very visual person. So I find inspiration in anything. You wouldn't believe it. I don't have a dull day in my life.
Wonderful. So you got through the pandemic in an exciting manner, did you?
Yeah, you know what is interesting? Okay, so I lived by the water, and with the pandemic, I was very fortunate, and I know that this is a privilege that not many people have, but I had my own little piece of heaven by the water, and the wildlife. I started noticing the wildlife. I started noticing the for example, the ice when it started melting, it cracks and it makes really sound noises like chimes or whatever in the waves. I saw like how the flowers die and then they bloom again, and then they get covered with snow, and then there's no snow, and then there's bugs, and then there's no bugs, and you know what I mean? It's everything. So it actually hypens my it increased.
It heightens.
Yes, yeah, it increased my awareness of everything. It became, since you're not distracted by all the other stuff and you really have not much to do, then you start becoming more aware of what goes on, and the days and everything else. It's pretty neat. I had fun.
Yes, good. You paid attention.
Everybody.
Paid attention.
I did.
Yeah. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there is a book called Our Pandemic Times, which is a book about all the different writings that some of the authors who are involved in these activities in Northumberland posted on the sites. And it's a wonderful, is good to use your word, cornucopia of what different writers did and what they learned and what they saw, and a lot of nostalgia and a lot of people going back to their arts in a more creative way and looking at old things in a new way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or being aware of things, because the life was so busy. You're always going, shopping, coming over here, going over there. You didn't have time to just focus or see stuff for what it is. So
yes,
to me, it was good.
And that's very important, isn't it, for an artist to reflect?
Yes, to be aware. Yes.
Yes. So do you have the title or the topic of our festival is Celebrating Resilience.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I like that one.
So,
Wow.
so yes, you were very resilient through all of these times.
Yeah, we are. Sometimes you have no choice.
Hmm.
You know, they say you don't know how strong you are until you have to be strong.
Well
And
said.
I think in these times, we just have to be strong. There's no choice.
Good, good. And on that note, I think we'll leave you. And I really appreciate you taking this time to and to let me interview and let me meet you. And I
Oh,
hope
Donna, it's been my pleasure meeting you, and thank you for the job that you're doing. I think this is really important, and I will be glad to spread it out,
yeah,
share it.
good, good. Well, we will be in touch again. So
Yes, for
nice to
sure.
meet you. Okay.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.